Have you ever felt tired, even on a day when you finished many things? Have you ever looked at your to-do list and thought, why am I always busy? Why can't I slow down, even for a moment? Maybe you know this feeling. You wake up, and your mind starts running. You move from one task to another. You answer messages, clean your space, plan the next thing, and then the next. Your day is full, but somehow your heart feels a little empty. Many people in the world feel this. They feel pressure to always move, always work, always show they are doing something. They think, if I stop, I will fall behind. Or, if I rest, people will think I am lazy. So they stay busy. Not because they want to, but because they feel they must. But what if this constant busyness is not just a habit? What if it starts to feel like a kind of addiction? A strong need to keep going, even when your body and your heart are asking for rest. In this episode, we will explore this idea together. We will talk in simple English, with soft words and a slow rhythm. You will understand why busyness can take control of your life, how it affects your mind, and how you can gently step back and breathe again. You don't need big words. You just need open ears and an open heart. Let's begin. What busyness addiction means. Let's begin by talking about one simple idea. Sometimes being busy all the time feels normal. It feels like this is just life. But for many people, busyness becomes something deeper, something stronger, something that feels almost like an addiction. Busyness addiction means this: you always need to do something. You feel uncomfortable when you stop. When you rest, you feel guilty, like you are doing something wrong. When you slow down, you feel nervous, like you are missing something important, so you push yourself. You continue moving. You continue working. You continue filling every minute. Many people connect their value with their busyness. They believe, if I am busy, I am important. If I do many things, people will respect me. If I stay busy, I won't feel lonely or afraid. These thoughts grow quietly inside the mind, and they make it hard to rest. But let's look at this with a soft heart. Sometimes busyness is not about work at all. Sometimes busyness is a way to hide our feelings. It is easier to stay busy than to sit with sadness. It is easier to stay busy than to face fear. It is easier to stay busy than to look at our life and ask, what do I really want? To help you understand this idea, imagine a small story. There is a man who walks every day with a big, heavy backpack. He never takes it off. Every morning, he puts more and more rocks inside. Someone asks him, why do you carry so many rocks? He answers, I don't know. I just feel I must. One day he becomes too tired to keep walking. He finally opens the backpack. He looks inside. He sees that many rocks are not needed. Some are old fears. Some are other people's expectations. Some are things he picked up without thinking. He slowly takes the rocks out. He stands up again. He feels lighter. He walks with ease for the first time in many years. We are all a little like this man. We carry emotional rocks, fear, pressure, expectations. And sometimes we keep ourselves busy so we don't have to feel the weight of those rocks. When we understand this, something important happens. We start to see our busyness with gentle eyes. We start to realize we don't have to carry everything. We don't have to fill every minute. We don't have to rush through our days. This is the first step. Seeing the truth. Understanding the pattern. Learning that busyness is not always strength. Sometimes it is a quiet cry for rest. And once you see it, you can begin to change it, slowly and softly. This is the meaning of busyness addiction. And now we can go deeper into why it happens. Let's continue. Why we become addicted to busyness. Now let's talk about a deeper question. Why do so many people become addicted to being busy? Why is it so hard to stop? Why does silence feel strange? Why does rest feel wrong? A simple answer is this: our brain likes the feeling of finishing things. When we complete a task, even a small one, our brain gives us a tiny, happy feeling. This is a small chemical in the body that makes us feel good for a moment. So we want that feeling again, and again, and again. We start to chase it. We do more and more tasks because each one gives us a quick reward. But this is only the outside reason. There is also an emotional reason, a deeper reason. Many people stay busy because stopping feels uncomfortable. When they stop, their mind becomes louder. They start to think about their fears. They think about their future. They think about their life. And sometimes these thoughts are scary, so they move, they work, they fill their day. Because movement feels safer than thinking. Busyness becomes a shield, protecting them from emotions they don't want to feel. Let me tell you a small story to show this. There is a woman named Anna. Every morning she wakes up, but she does not breathe slowly. She picks up her phone. She checks messages. She checks the news. She checks her schedule. Her mind starts running before her feet touch the floor. She eats her breakfast quickly, not tasting anything. She gets ready fast. She goes to work fast. She answers people fast. She cleans fast. She plans fast. Her whole day is fast. Her whole day is full. But inside, she feels empty. At night, she lies in bed. She looks at the ceiling. She feels something strange in her heart. She says softly to herself, "I did many things today, but I did not really live today." Anna is not alone. Many people live like this, busy on the outside, empty on the inside, moving fast, but not feeling alive. Why does this happen? Because busyness covers the quiet voice inside us. The voice that asks, "Are you happy?" The voice that says, "Slow down." The voice that whispers, "You need care. You need rest." Our world teaches us to move quickly. It teaches us to show we are strong, active, productive. But real strength is not in doing everything. Real strength is in choosing what matters and letting go of what does not. Now let's look at something simple from psychology in very easy words. People need 3 things to feel good inside. First, freedom. This means the power to choose what you do. Second, skill. This means the feeling that you are good at something. Third, connection. This means feeling close to other people. When life does not give us these things, we often feel lost. We feel small. We feel unsure. So we use busyness to fill the empty space. We use busyness to feel important, even for a moment. We use busyness to escape the feeling of being alone. But this does not make us happy. It only makes us tired. This is why busyness becomes so strong. It gives quick rewards. It hides painful feelings. It helps us avoid the truth. And slowly, without noticing, we become addicted to always moving. Understanding this is powerful. When you know why you stay busy, you can gently begin to change. You can learn to stop running from your feelings. You can learn to listen to your own heart again. You can learn to walk through life instead of rushing through it. And now, with this understanding, we can talk about something even more important: how to break the cycle, how to step out of constant busyness, and how to find a softer way to live. Let's continue. How to break the cycle and slow down. Now that we understand why busyness feels so strong, let's talk about something even more important. How do we break this cycle? How do we slow down, even when our mind tells us to keep going? How do we learn to live with more peace? The first thing to remember is very simple. Change does not need big steps. Change does not need huge energy. Change begins with small, soft movements of the heart. You do not need to fix your whole life. You only need one small, slow step today. Let's talk about some gentle steps you can take. One simple step is this. Take one quiet minute, just one. Sit down. Put your phone away. Rest your hands. Rest your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Take a slow breath out. Nothing more. No goals, no tasks, no pressure. Just one quiet minute in your day. This small moment teaches your body that rest is safe. It teaches your mind that silence is okay. It teaches your heart that you do not need to run all the time. One quiet minute can slowly open the door to peace. Another gentle step is to think about the rocks you carry, like the man in the story. Take a moment and think of 3 things that feel heavy in your life. Maybe it is fear. Maybe it is pressure from your family. Maybe it is the feeling that you must be perfect. Maybe it is the belief that you must do everything alone. Say their names softly in your mind. Now imagine putting these rocks down, one by one. Imagine your shoulders becoming lighter. Imagine your steps becoming softer. Imagine your day feeling more open and free. You don't have to let go of everything at once. Just start with one rock today. One heavy thought. One unrealistic expectation. One pressure that you don't need anymore. Another step is this. Choose, don't chase. Many people chase tasks. They move fast, trying to do everything. They say yes to everything. They fill their time so much that they forget what they really want. But strong people choose. They choose what matters. They choose what helps their heart. They choose what brings meaning, not noise. Before you do something, ask yourself one simple question. Do I want this? Or do I just feel I must? This question can change your whole day. It can help you make gentle, honest choices. Now let me share a short story to show why choosing matters. A student visits a wise teacher. The student talks and talks about problems. The teacher listens quietly, then begins to pour tea into the student's cup. The cup becomes full, but the teacher keeps pouring. The tea begins to spill everywhere. The student says, "Stop, the cup is full." The teacher smiles and says, "You are like this cup, too full. Nothing new can come in. To learn, you must make space." This story teaches a simple truth. When your life is too full, nothing peaceful can enter. When your mind is too full, you cannot feel calm. When your heart is too full, you cannot hear your own voice. To grow, you must make space. Space to breathe, space to think, space to listen, space to rest, space to be human. When you begin to slow down, you may feel a little strange at first. That is normal. Your brain is used to moving fast. Your body is used to stress. Your heart is used to carrying too much. So slowing down may feel unfamiliar, but slowly, with gentle practice, your mind will relax. Your body will feel lighter. Your heart will grow softer. You do not need perfection. You only need honesty. You only need kindness. You only need patience with yourself. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to choose a slower life. Breaking the busyness cycle is not about doing nothing. It is about doing things with intention. It is about choosing tasks that matter. It is about listening to your inner voice. It is about living, not just moving. And now that we understand how to slow down, we can explore something deeper. How to build a healthier rhythm for your life. A rhythm with space. A rhythm with meaning. A rhythm where you can finally feel alive again. Let's continue. Building a healthier rhythm. Now that we have talked about slowing down, let's look at something even more important. How to build a healthier rhythm for your life. A rhythm that feels natural. A rhythm that feels kind. A rhythm that gives you space to breathe, think, and feel connected again. Life is not a straight line. It is not a race. It is more like a gentle rhythm. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes bright, sometimes quiet. And every part of this rhythm is important. But many people forget the slow part. They only live in the fast part. They work fast. They think fast. They move fast. Their days become full, but their hearts become empty. To live well, you must allow both parts, speed and silence, work and rest, movement and stillness. This is the natural rhythm of a healthy life. Let me share a simple idea from psychology in easy words. To make a change in your life, you need 3 things. First, you need can. This means you must be able to do it. You need the skill or the knowledge. For example, if you want to rest more, you may need to learn how to say no to some tasks. Second, you need chance. This means you need time and space to make the change. Maybe you need a quiet corner in your room. Maybe you need 10 minutes of free time in your morning. Maybe you need a softer plan for your day. Third, you need want. This means you truly want the change. You want peace more than stress. You want clarity more than confusion. You want meaning more than noise. When you have these 3 things, can, chance, and want, change becomes possible. Step by step, breath by breath. Now let's create a small picture in your mind. Imagine your day with more space. Imagine yourself walking slowly to the door in the morning, not rushing. Imagine drinking your tea or coffee with calm hands. Imagine doing your work with focus, without pressure. Imagine taking small breaks to stretch, breathe, and look outside. Imagine coming home with a soft heart, not a tired one. This is not a dream. This is a rhythm you can build. A rhythm that belongs to you. You don't need to change everything today. Just begin with one moment, one breath, one kind choice. And slowly your days will open. Your mind will soften. Your heart will feel lighter. A healthier rhythm is not about doing less. It is about living with intention. It is about giving yourself permission to be human. It is about choosing your life instead of letting life push you. You are learning something powerful. You are learning to create space in your day. And in that space, you can grow, heal, and feel alive again. Now let's move to the closing message. A simple, gentle reminder of what this episode is all about. As we come to the end of this episode, I want to leave you with a gentle thought. Life is not only about what you do. Life is also about who you become while you are doing it. Many people spend their days running from one task to another, trying to prove something. But the real journey is not outside. The real journey is inside. It is the journey of learning how your mind moves, how your heart speaks, and how your spirit grows. When you slow down, even for a moment, you open a small door inside yourself. Through that door, you can see your hopes, your feelings, your fears, your dreams. You can see the parts of you that you often ignore. You can see the human you truly are. Slowing down is not the end of movement. It is the beginning of awareness. It is the beginning of listening to life in a deeper way. It is the beginning of understanding what gives your days meaning. Busyness keeps your eyes on the surface of life. Stillness lets you see the depth. And in that depth, you discover something precious: yourself. You do not need to hurry to find your life. Your life is already here, waiting gently for you to notice it. Waiting for you to breathe. Waiting for you to be present. So as you step into the rest of your day, carry this soft truth with you. Every slow moment is a doorway. Every gentle breath is a beginning. And every time you choose presence over pressure, you return to the place where your real life is quietly unfolding. Thank you for listening. And remember, you are allowed to live softly. You are allowed to live deeply. You are allowed to live in your own rhythm.